Alright, so some advice for, when you actually are being put in a low vibe situation. Because it does happen, we can't like always be in a great position like that. You run into other people. Well, I guess you can, if you stay around those kind of people. But if you're in a situation like mine, I mean, yes, just being, in a better state can like bring that person up. But let's say, you got someone that is just bound and determined to put themselves like above you and, trying to make you feel like you're beneath them. Alright, so this is when you bring out the math, okay? Like, if someone is like trying to like make up all these reasons why you're just this hindrance to them, and they're just like, they should be able to talk to you about whatever they want to talk about, but you don't get to talk about what you want to talk about. And you're doing a bunch of stuff for them and they're not appreciating it, and they're actually acting like you should do more. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pencil and some paper, and I want you to list out, think about like what you provide. Think about the services that you actually do for this person. And this doesn't have to be brought up in conversation, but this is for you. Calculate, write down all the things that you do. Then write what they say you do. And then next to that, write what they do and the service they provide for you. And then I want you to balance out, and add and subtract. Like, for instance, so in my situation, everyone's trying to hit me with all this reality, and you should be doing this, and you should have this place, and you should have which I would like to have my own place, but what people don't realize is you have to have the same amount of time that they're getting, that they're beating out of you to spend on their stuff, to be able to do it for you. So if they're taking all of your time and not giving you an opportunity to actually work on your thing, and they're not helping you or talking to you about what you're trying to do, of course you're in that situation. It's not fair. It's not balanced. And really, like, okay. So, I mean, right now I'm babysitting, doing the chores, doing like whatever extra thing is asked. Sometimes I forget to do a couple things, but that's because, the person in question is a Virgo and they're super observant, so they can just find more things that you didn't do endlessly. But, I'm trying to spend the time I value it more for myself to make the money, and I can also pay this person back and continue to make more, and even like pay them more. And that's the route I would prefer to go, instead of cleaning for the rest of my life personally. And I'm 27, and I'm making like all these sacrifices too. Eventually it's being banked on the fact that I'm going to be able to like reverse my age at a later point, to be able to actually experience the earlier part of my life again, because of all the low vibrational, like all the like crappy stuff going on, it's like you can't actually do anything you set out to do. So, I mean, you can, but you know, if you're getting pulled into that, this is my advice for that. This is, you know, so that you don't allow those people to make you feel like you're not doing anything. Because, and you know, the whole world, like really, you know, for tourists especially, that, you know, you got so much mocking going on. Like, you know, all the like, you know, fat person drawing with like all the stuff meant to be an insult, but really, like, you could say that person, you know, has had the ability to consume that much, even though, like, you should be eating healthy, you know, but, like, you know, I guarantee you, even that person they're imagining that's like that can, like, is doing a whole lot more that isn't being seen. And so, you know, I want you to actually, like, okay, so, yeah, for instance, I'm doing that, making sure my 9-year-old brother stays on his lessons, you know, talking with the, you know, my mom, the Virgo, about the, with all the little things that come up during the day. So I'm like an in-house therapist, and, you know, I want you to really look at how much these things would cost. And then if you say, well, you know, you should just be doing that because, you know, you're there. Everything has a price. Everything has a value. It's your time and energy that you could have been spending. You know, I could have been putting that into making more videos for you guys. You know, but instead, I am, you know, helping someone have the ability to put me down more. You know, so, like, and, you know, to make me feel like, you know, not doing it, or like it's, you know, not possible or something, when, you know, I know it is, and I want to work on it, and I am working on it. But yeah, really calculate this. You know, you got babysitting fee. It's more than babysitting, but it's bare minimum babysitting. You know, it's like $50 a week. So, you know, like minimum. So, like, you know, $200 right there. You know, whatever your trade is, like your personal gift that you give to the world. You know, me, it's, you know, like the personality type in teaching. So all of them are getting the benefit of that. So they have a, you know, in-home therapy that to call upon whenever. You know, how much does that cost? I don't know, let's calculate it. Was like a professional therapist, like what, like $1,000 an hour? But, you know, let's even just take it from numbers of, you know, what I'm currently charging. Even though, you know, if you look into this material, you know this is like cutting edge shit. Like, but like, you know, I'm only charging like, you know, $50 for like really any amount of, I'm going to say like an hour or two, because that's usually how long it lasts, but I'll take as long on it as you want me to, honestly. I'll, you know, within, you know, the means of like a day, and then like, Yeah, so I guess, you know, I'll do like each person like $50 for like a whole day right now from the position I'm in, I guess is the rate. But, you know, it's usually like an hour or two at most that people like even look at that. Or like, but not to say they, you know, couldn't, but you know what I'm saying? That's like the average. Because, you know, you have a question, and then if you get the answer to the question, which is with how things are consumed so quickly anyway, if I can't get you the answer in an hour or two, I'm probably not, you know, that's probably more a failure on my part. So, you know, like, so, you know, let's say $50 an hour. I probably talk to her about like 4 hours every day about all the stuff going on. And granted, you know, that helps me learn supposedly about, you know, what's happening, but it's all like low vibrational stuff, so it's not really helping me to talk about it. It's bringing me down, but like, you know, so that's like, you know, what, $200 a day? Times, that's probably like 5 days a week. That's probably like $4,000 a month, something like that. You know, so really, you know, if she comes at me with this argument of like, you know, you're only literally paying me, you know, $100 something a month, you know, sometimes like, you know, like 200 or something like that as of right now, but what I'm doing is projected to grow by like, you know, March. I'll probably have like $10,000 to like continue building even after paying, so I'll probably be able to do more by then. But like, you know, I'm not just this like bum, like that everyone's trying to make me feel like, well, not everyone, but you know, she is trying to make me feel like I am. So, you know, take that into account with your situation. You know, look at what you actually provide. You know, remember who you are. Don't let someone just put you in the box in their mind of this is what you do in a day, you know, to make you feel like, you know, you're not trying or you're not doing, you know, what you can do. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yep. I have another kind of controversial thing. Gonna make that as well.